Good evening. I hope I find you well. Nice sunny day today, thank God. So we'll start off our little hymns. So say hello to Sacred Heart of Jesus. Sweetheart of Jesus, fount of love and mercy, today we come, thy blessing to implore. Oh, touch our hearts, so cold and so ungrateful, and make us love thee more and more each day. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. Sweetheart of Jesus, make us pure and gentle, and teach us how to do thy blessed will, to follow close the print of thy dear footsteps. And when we fall, sweetheart, oh, love us still. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. Oh, here you are up there, Sacred Heart of Jesus. Oh, Blessed Mother. Say hello to our Blessed Mother. Lovely lady, dressed in blue, teach me how to pray. Now we do the Queen of May for our Blessed Mother. Bring flowers of the rarest, bring blossoms the fairest, from garden and woodland and hillside and vale. Our full hearts are swelling, our glad voices telling the praise of the loveliest flower of the vale. O Mary, we crown thee with blossoms today, Queen of the angels and Queen of the May. O Mary, we crown thee with blossoms today, Queen of the angels and Queen of the May. Their lady they name thee, their mistress proclaim thee. O grant that thy children on earth be as true, as long as the vale are radiant with flowers, as long as the veil shall keep its bright hue. O Mary, we crown thee with blossoms today, Queen of the angels and Queen of the May. O Mary, we crown thee with blossoms today, Queen of the angels and Queen of the May. That's lovely up there now, Blessed Mother. And that's lovely. I love that little hymn. So there we are. How did you get on today, wherever you happen to be? It turned out a sunny day, thank God, but it was a cool wind out. You'd have to be wearing something. And funny, isn't it? It looks lovely when you look out, but when you're out, you can feel a nip in it. Anyways, as I was going about, and today, and as I was saying my prayers in the sun house there this morning, it's lovely looking out. But I noticed uh, the starling. We think it's the father. He's at it all day, back every couple of minutes with some food in his mouth. And in he goes. They're getting well fed, those little starlings. He's at it from morning tonight. He must be wore out. And I don't know if the little mother sparrow, is doing it, but it's a very nice sight to see what they're at. Um, this is one thing, the gift where I happen to live. These are things I can see because I have the sun house outside. You don't have that in your northern semi-detached house. You don't have those gifts. I have it. And I'm out there in the sun house and I'm looking and I see the birds and when I put out the food for them in the morning. Mind you, they're not some of them the some of the robin and bullfinch and a small little robin, I think. Not a robin, a little starling. And now a little wren. They take a bit, but certainly not as much. And with the weather, they must be getting food elsewhere, or maybe they're building their nests and getting food, the ordinary food that they get in nature. Because they would be the blackbirds and them would be having nests as well, but they have them somewhere different. And I don't see them doing what I see the starling do. It's a nice looking sight. And when you go about, you start to see all these things. And the garden, I've buddleia on the trees. Buddleia things. The lovely smell of these big kind of flowers that's grown along the on the as you go out. It's on the right hand side of the garden and it's full and it's a lovely looking sight. So nature provides great variety in this country. And you've the dandelions now. The grass has been cut and it looks very nice, but you've the dandelions and the daisies. I love to see all these things. And still, when you go about, you see the yellows of the furze bushes, and at this stage now, the cherry blossoms on the trees in the various gardens that I come across, they're all detached bungalows here and there. It's not like in the state, though you do, there's in the state and the town there now, and they're all occupied, the new estate. And every one of them is occupied. I think it's all this, there's no fireplaces. God help them, I wouldn't like to be in their shoes. You want a fire sometimes in the winter. It makes the house cosy, doesn't it? This is the Green Party, this is the old nonsense that's summer from. The ozone layer, did you ever hear the like of it? Yeah. So that's the story, Rory. And there was I was looking at a very nice program on yesterday, no Thursday, and it was Father Mitch Packway. He just be interviewing people, but he's interviewing a priest that has written a book based on Archbishop Fulton John Sheen's books, and funny enough, I had seen one from Archbishop Fulton Sheen about the demonic and how it can manifest itself. And sign of a demonic is that they hate the cross because it's the cross is where our Lord redeemed us. And then there was this interview with this priest. I happened to come across it on the thing, and I get said something about it in one of my videos. But then there was this discussion. This book man has written a book, and he's calling it that, based on the writings of Archbishop Fulton John Sheen and some of the books that Archbishop Fulton John Sheen was mentioned, and they're very good. I'd love to get my hands on some of them. But it's just that it's extraordinary that it, as I spoke about on the Wednesday, it should appear on the program on EWTN on the Thursday. And a book written and calling it that. Because the size of that is very prevalent that people attack the Catholic Church and do things and remove crosses. This is what this government has done in churches or in hospitals, especially the Children's Hospital, Our Lady's Hospital in Crumlin, for children. They probably even changed the name. That's the demonic. They use some pretext, but that's what it is. And it's extraordinary that the bishops and those responsible for standing up for the faith haven't come out with that. You can't do things like that. And now I see they've informed somebody that doesn't support the Christian view of life as a mother opposite into an important education position. So this is a sign that they're demonic. They doing things that doesn't all go well. Schools have been interfered with, teaching views that are even adults don't accept. Christians, this business of gender and this education, changing your biological sex, you can't do that. You're born male or female, and that's the end of it. People get corrupted with what's around them and who's abusing them, and turns out the education system in regard to teaching that type of thing is abusing them. They want to take the value of the Catholic faith, the way, the truth, and the life. So the Christian TV Ireland will be standing up for all these things. I see I have a couple of people, good friends and neighbours, support me there on the. So they're most welcome, and I hope they're keeping well and saying their prayers, because this is a great gift and joy that we have. But whistle before we know where we are. So that's it. These are the things that we need to consider at times, isn't it? So we'll say good evening and enjoy the rest of your day. I might do a little bit of a thing when I come back from Mass, depending on what way it is.